In today's video, I'm going to give you 5 altcoins that are guaranteed to 10x in 2025. These are the safest, most reliable plays in crypto right now. No wild gambles, just solid projects with real potential, and they might not hit a 50 or 100x, but if you're done chasing risky moonshots and want consistent gains in crypto, you're in the right place. And now is the perfect time with the market down from a recent crash. You don't need to take risky bets on speculative plays. Instead, you can just stick with these 5 solid blue chip altcoins and ride them to an easy 10x in 2025. And I know the market sentiment right now is trash, but every single time the market has felt like this, it has been the best time to buy. If you believe crypto is the future and you believe in the 4-year cycle, you shouldn't let a bit of bearishness scare you off. The recent dump is mostly due to the tariffs. Markets hate uncertainty, but once these tariff wars settle, the rebound's going to be massive. History shows that moments of peak fear create the next wave of millionaires. You just have to stay in the game. And with that, let's get into the video. So guys, pick number 1, we've got Chainlink. So priced at $12.83 with a market cap of 8.4 billion, Chainlink is one of the most undervalued and safest picks in the top 50. Chainlink is a decentralized Oracle network that plays a crucial role in connecting smart contracts with real-world data. And Chainlink has established itself as the leading decentralized Oracle provider built on Ethereum. Now, Ethereum has been one of the worst performers this bull run, but I believe Ethereum is going to run very soon. And when that happens, I expect Ethereum-based tokens to explode. Every major DeFi protocol built on Ethereum relies on Chainlink's oracles for their price feeds and real-world data, and as Ethereum's activity increases, demand for Chainlink is going to skyrocket, and this coin is an easy 10x in my opinion. Now, taking a look at the price chart for Chainlink, we can see that it has been holding an uptrending level of support along this white line here. And this is a very key level because we've actually been putting in lower lows and higher highs, and we're continuing this uptrend. And I'm expecting this uptrend to continue throughout the bull run as we've come up to a very key level of support, being this sideways level of support here. But we also have a key level of support across here where we actually had our previous accumulation zone where Chainlink was trading in this sideways zone here until we eventually got a breakout and then a retest of that zone, so that we have now built a level of support so that we can put in that next leg higher for Chainlink. Now, coin number 2, guys, sticking with the theme of oracles, the next coin is going to be Pyth Network. Pyth Network is the leading oracle for Solana that delivers real-time market data to over 100 blockchains. Pyth Network was also founded by Duro Labs, the same team behind Ondo Finance, which explains the striking similarities in their logos. And given Ondo's impressive achievements, my confidence in Pyth could not be higher. Priced at 13.5 cents with a market cap of 490 million, this is the most undervalued coin on this list. As the main competitor to Chainlink, if Pyth was to reach Chainlink's current price, you'd be looking at a 16x. And if it was to reach Chainlink's all-time high, you'd be looking at a 40x return, which is absolutely insane. Now, when we take a look at the price chart for Pyth, it doesn't look pretty, and that's because we've actually had some recent unlocks, but the worst of that is behind us. But the one thing I do like about this chart is even though the price has put in a lower low, when we actually change to the market cap, we can see that the market cap is actually holding a key level of support, which was the previous level back here. So in terms of market cap, it's still holding up quite well. It's just the price chart that doesn't look great because of the token unlocks. But as I said, that is behind us, and that isn't really something we have to worry about right now. Now, coin number 3, guys, we've got Render. So Render is a leading AI project that's revolutionizing decentralized GPU rendering, and it seamlessly connects creators with idle GPU resources worldwide. So its cutting-edge software is featured in Apple's latest iPad, highlighting its industry-leading rendering capabilities. Additionally, Render has secured partnership with the World Economic Forum, further cementing its influence in the AI and blockchain space. Currently priced at $3.17 with a market cap of $1.6 billion, Render is significantly undervalued, and as the AI narrative gains momentum once again, Render is poised to be one of the biggest gainers and is an easy 10x in my opinion. Now, when we take a look at the price chart for Render, we can see that we've pretty much come down and we've retested the previous highs of support, which were put back here in July of 2023, and we've done a perfect retest of that zone. So we got this massive breakout, and we've finally come down to flip those previous highs into a level of support, which now sets us up to put in that next leg higher for Render. And as well, when we zoom in a bit and we take a look at the chart on more of a shorter term time frame, we can actually see that we had this descending level of resistance for Render, which we have now actually broken out of, which means that we're likely to start our new bull trend, because it's at these moments when you break out of these strong levels of downwards resistance that actually sets you up for that rounded bottom where you can start to put in those higher highs and higher lows and start that next move to the upside. Coin number 4, guys, is Ondo, currently priced at 81 cents with a market cap of 2.5 billion. If you've watched this channel for a while, you should not be surprised that this coin is on this list. So Ondo Finance is one of the leaders in the tokenization of real-world assets, seemingly bridging traditional finance with blockchain technology by offering institutional-grade financial products on-chain. Ondo enhances accessibility and efficiency in the financial system. Now, Ondo has collaborations with industry leaders such as MasterCard and Wellington Management, and this demonstrates Ondo's commitment into integrating blockchain technology into mainstream finance. And as the adoption of the tokenization of real-world assets accelerates, Ondo is poised to experience significant growth and is a guaranteed 10x in my opinion. Taking a look at the chart for Ondo Finance, we can actually see that this chart is extremely bullish. We're currently holding a very key level of ascending support, and we've also broken out of our accumulation zone, which was this previous zone here where Ondo was trading in this sideways zone. And what happens is when you typically get the breakouts of these accumulation zone, price will come down to retest the top of that level, flipping that previous level that was resistance into now a floor of support, but is now holding price up. And it's typically from these levels that we get the next big moves in price discovery. Now, we can see here that Ondo is actually forming a descending triangle pattern within this chart structure. Now, typically, these patterns break to the upside, and especially as we're at such low levels right now, I'll be expecting a massive breakout for Ondo in the very near term. Coin number 5, guys, we've got Algorand. So Algorand is a layer 1 blockchain that uses a pure proof of stake consensus mechanism, ensuring fast, final, and environmentally friendly transactions. Its unique consensus model is designed to be decentralized, scalable, and secure, making it one of the first blockchains to successfully solve a blockchain trilemma. Algorand is also ISO 20022 compliant and is heavily focused on enterprise adoption. With strong fundamentals and growing adoption, I expect Algorand to perform very well this bull run. Priced at 18 cents with a market cap of $1.5 billion, it should be an easy 10x from these prices. And this is hands down going to be one of the safest picks you could invest in right now. Now, taking a look at the chart for Algorand, we can see that we've actually come down to a very key level of support here. Now, this was a previous level of support back in May and January of 2024, as well as a key level of resistance as well. Now, this is extremely bullish because we've now flipped that level of resistance, turning it into a level of support. And when we take a look at our momentum waves, we can actually see that we're about to start curving to the the upside on that momentum wave, giving us that green dot. Now, when these momentum waves typically go to the upside, this is when you get these massive moves in price, and that's literally exactly how this is looking like. It's wanting to start curving up, suggesting that this key level of support is actually going to hold and is very likely a bottom, which is going to give us that next leg up in Algorand. Now, when we pull a Fibonacci extension for Algorand as well, we can see that we basically came up to the 0.236 extension for Algorand, which is the first extension level. Now, the fact that we're actually trading below that level right now shows exactly how undervalued Algorand is. And from current prices, even just to the Fibonacci golden pocket, you're looking at almost a 10x just to that level there. And when we start looking at some of these further extensions for Algorand, you're looking at potentially 24x just to that first 1.618 Fibonacci extension level, which is absolutely massive for Algorand. And in my opinion, this is probably one of the safest picks you could invest in right now, and is pretty much a guaranteed 10x in my opinion. Now, those are 5 coins that I believe are a guaranteed 10x in 2025. But if you want to know the low cap coins that I'm invested in, you can purchase my top 10 picks for 2025.
Bitcoin, please go to moon. Stop going sideways now. Don't ever say we going down to 1K, but Mr. Novogratz say we have bottomed out, Novogratz is bullish. Bottomed out, don't ever rise is bearish.
Bearish target, 13 times there.
Novogratz is bullish.
Bitcoin could be at 40,000.
Let us go to moon.